life. Life is something to be grateful for. I mean, there's going to be a time to die. Right now is the time to live, and some of us need that reminder. So, what feelings do you experience the most? Um, Honestly, I feel a plethora of things. Definitely, I feel ambitious. You know, there's like a feeling like I have to go after what I'm going after when it comes to goals and plans and things that I want to do to conquer this world before I leave it and leave my impact on it. How I'm going to do my part in contributing to the I want to say success of this world, like something that can better improve it, the improvement of the world rather. I feel don't get me wrong, I feel like I feel guilt on a few things in my life, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm learning so much every day. So I'm able to look back at things that I've done or said and be like, man, I wish I knew better then, you know what I'm saying? But no one sets out to think that they're wrong, you know what I mean? To do wrong. I also feel I feel joy, actually. I feel joy because of the present moment. The present moment allows me just to be. I don't have to dwell in the past. I don't have to be anxious about the future. The present moment keeps me right where I need to be, just in life. I feel, what else do I feel? Sometimes I feel sadness as well. You know what I'm saying? More so being away from those that you value, like family. You know what I'm saying? Being away from your kid, or you know what I'm saying? Like there's feelings that come up with that, and I've learned to just embrace them more than I would do in previous times. There's feelings of happiness, for that matter. The happiness that I have, like especially around this time, like Christmas is like, it's the one time of the year where people, I would say, pretend to when they take part in the act of being kind to one another, you know what I'm saying, which is always helpful because you never know what somebody is going through, especially around the holidays, man. People losing family, you know what I'm saying, people losing jobs, people losing their shit in their head, and to have someone just, again, random acts of kindness, it goes a long way. I'm not telling you to get ran over, be a fucking pushover, you know what I'm saying, for anybody, but just knowing the difference between nice and kind. I feel overwhelmed. Overwhelmed more so because I have yet to put, in these moments where I feel overwhelmed, I haven't put my thoughts to paper. To get it out of my head and put it down on something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I haven't made that time. I prioritize that just yet, but once I do, that feeling will subside. But I mean, it just means that you're productive, and that's what I try to do. I try to stay productive. I have those feelings where, self-doubt comes in sometimes, and then I remember that I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my ego. I'm not these things that I tell myself, you know what I'm saying, at times, which is pretty much a program of like the past of what somebody may have, someone from the past that might put there. And you're not your thoughts, you're not any of these things that you're telling yourself. Like, you're literally just a being, that's it. And just remembering that you're a very powerful spiritual being. And that alone can be inspiring. What else I feel? I feel hungry. Hungry, not in the sense of eating a plate, nothing like that, but hungry like I'm ready to go after what I'm setting out to do. And it's crazy to look back at the goals that you set prior to the year, and being able to knock them out. I got something in my refrigerator that kind of shows like the goals I have for like a year, and it pans out. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to like finally getting that trademark done. That was something that was weighing on me the entire year, and I was able to knock that out. Dropping weight, or fat rather. Being disciplined about the gym. That is something that I'm grateful for. Being able to embrace challenges, being able to let go of, again, people that are no longer in your life. You know what I'm saying? You wish them well, positive and healing energy. No love loss. It's just that the universe decided that it's a different. It's time for a new journey. You know what I'm saying? For the both of us. Whoever those individuals may be, and that's not hanging on to attachment for that very reason, and just allowing things to go as they may. And you know what I mean. It's just appreciate time spent. Whether it's people you meet in airports, people you meet on on the job, people that you meet when you go visit family and things like that. You know what I mean? Like those moments that don't take anything for granted. I feel engaged with what the plan is. You know what I'm saying? Like knocking out more shows, knocking out more podcasts. Yeah. Trying to get everything together on the job. You know what I'm saying? Studying more with that. It's tough. It's tough when like you're trying to do something that you really don't want to do. It's like there's no drive for you there, but it's a learning lesson. It's training in the mind, and I do my damnedest to do that. That's for sure. Yeah, when I recognize I'm in the present moment, I feel so much at peace. Right? It's just something to be grateful for. Life is something to be grateful for. I mean, there's going to be a time to die. Right now is the time to live, and some of us need that reminder. We can be dwelling on the things that things that we have no control over, instead of the things that we do, and to remember to be grateful for those that present moment. And there's nothing like the present moment and seizing each moment as it comes. It's just a whole bunch of feelings. Like I'll say right now, I'm experiencing most. But like I say, experiencing most, the feelings I experience most tend to be, I would say, happiness, joy, ambitious. Again, mild sadness, and that's just, it's expected, being a father that lives far, lives a ways from your kid. I feel what I'm feeling, what I experience most, man, is I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel happiness, I feel gratitude. Number one gratitude, because it all could be gone. This time that we have on this earth is very, very precious, no matter what's going on. It could be, you could feel like it's the worst day ever, you could feel like it's the best day ever. Everything is all temporary, but of those things, of those feelings that I shared, I would say that what I experience most is, I would say, I feel, the feelings I have, I feel pain, I feel suffering, I feel happiness, I feel joy, I feel gratitude, I feel motivated, I feel inspired. Like all these things, it's just a gumbo of feelings that all come together all at once too, you know what I'm saying? And just remembering to stay the course and keep going forward. So that's what I try to do. So with those feelings being said, just keep moving forward. How you feel about people that you know dying as you're getting older? I mean, there's so many emotions that come up with it. Because truthfully, you just don't. We never know. You never know. I mean, you could think it'd be the oldest person, and sometimes it might be the youngest person in the family that actually goes, and you're like, well, it came out of nowhere, and you just don't know how to feel. I I I do my best to try to be stoic about it, in the sense that it's all going to happen to us. None of us are getting out of this thing alive. So, I'll say early in my Air Force career, I was paranoid. I was scared as fuck because I was away from the family. And my biggest fear was that I would miss out on time to, with the family, and someone would die. And, eventually that happened. And I didn't know how to feel. I was very numb. And I think a part of my ego, narcissism, whatever you want to call it, I believe that whatever happened to that individual that passed, I believe that was going to happen to me. I made it about me. So there was a gang of anxiety that was just shooting at me. Like when I lost my uncle Kevin, God rest his soul. It made me, I had a traumatic response to it because of how it happened, like learning of his death, the way that I did. And just trying to, again, that Superman mindset, wanting to be there for the family, and you're not able to make it there. But it's not about you. It's not about you, it wasn't about me. But I was eventually able to get there and pay my respects to my uncle. But I mean, there's been family members that have passed along the way, and who's really prepared for it? The emotions that come with that. It's acceptance. I think that's what. I think that's my biggest issue with it all, is just acceptance. It doesn't get better. You just get used. I believe you get used to that person being gone. I think you like learn to live with it. You don't necessarily like it. The pain doesn't. I don't believe the pain goes away. I believe that it sits with you for some time, especially around holidays. And thinking of individuals, the times you've spent with them, be it good or bad. And it gets hard for some of us, thinking about our loved ones. But as you're getting older, and again, there's a amount of anxiety that comes to me, thinking about my parents getting older, my grandparents, the few ones that we have left, older cousins, older uncles, and aunties, and shit like that. And it's like, damn, man, time just seems to go by so fast. I mean, hell, we're already in December. You know what I'm saying? So we just see people just grow up in a blink of an eye. I'm saying, like, I remember my kid, I remember my little girl being a little girl, and now she's full-blown grown woman. And it just feels like that, from staying busy with work, staying busy trying to build a business, a media business with this podcasting and this YouTube shows and shit. Taking time to look up from time to time. I know we as parents and adults with our families, we get so caught up trying to make it, trying to build something, which is great. It's great that we are ambitious and want to do things, but remembering to look up and try to spend time with those that we value, whoever that is, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's family is friendly, gets along and shit like that. So whoever becomes your family, or whoever is your family, taking time to spend with them. Definitely appreciate it. It's those things that's all you have, and like when it's all over. whenever we lose someone, we go back to the time spent. We think about the last thing we said to them. We think about, grudges that we held on, which is probably more than likely not even worth it. But we just see these people in our mind, and we're holding on to the memory of them because that's all we have. Because when you're gone, you're gone. So it's like holding on to anger, holding on to grudges. It only hurts you. And when someone's gone, it's up for you to accept that. And some of us aren't willing to accept that. So as as I'm getting older, and as my parents get older, I think about them more often than not, and trying to, capitalize on whatever time we got together to do something, and learning to accept people for who they are. Not trying to change folk. And I think that trauma put me on a path of that, you know what I'm saying? Because I would not accept myself. So I felt like I had to change. Life made me feel like I had to change, so trying to change others, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just accepting folks for who they are. And you look back at the points in your life where it's just straight happiness. There was. I don't think there really was any judgment. It was just the family being family. And ignorance is bliss too. So it doesn't mean like you probably didn't need change, but it's not for you to change anybody. But as they get older, family, friends, well, obviously we're all growing older each day, one step closer to the grave. So it's like, how are we going to spend our time here? What are we going to do? How are we going to maximize it? How are we going to make the most of it? Are we going to sit there and wallow in our sorrows about shit that's out of our control? Or are we just going to live with the things that's in our control, within our means? And so like having, like just thinking about, for instance, like my grandma. My grandma's almost 80, I had a young grandma. And, what I'm saying? Like, you think about the time spent and what you can do. As she's getting older, and it's crazy to see, the shift when you see you remember seeing your mom's so much younger, seeing yourself much younger, and then you just keep seeing your parents' age, and you keep seeing your grandparents' age, and just learning to appreciate that youth. And appreciate some of them who still hold on to their youth even into their older age. You know what I mean? That's inspiring. I was on when I went to Jamaica for my boy Joe's wedding, and I'm sitting in this hot tub with this couple, and they had to be in their, I think they were in their 80s, but they were all over each other as if they were like teenagers, you know what I'm saying? And just like he was playful with her, you know what I'm saying? She was reading her books and stuff, while he's sitting there just talking car dealership stuff with me, and the story of how they met. But just that love, you know what I'm saying, that they shared, like just being youthful, remembering to be youthful, to be a child. A lot of us forget that as we get older. We forget to be what it's like to be a child, and you know what I'm saying, so innocent, and like learning to just live and not putting so many restrictions on oneself. And yeah, so much can be learned. So much can be learned from those old at age and young at heart too. But I think about my folks obviously getting older. I think about grandparents getting older friends and all that stuff. And obviously if you focus on the fact that they're leaving you type thing, it's going to scare the shit out of you. And some of us already know what it's like to be without, a parent and stuff like that. Especially around the holidays, it can be rough. And wishing nothing but positive and healing energy to those that have experienced that. Remember to lean on your support system, your tribe, whoever that is, if you can, through those times. But I guess that I do my best to try to live in the moment and not think so much when it comes to that. Just learn to appreciate the time spent, with whoever that is, in that moment. Just yeah, like knowing that we don't own any of this shit, nothing. None of this is we own nothing. Like it's literally like staying at a hotel. Like when you're around somebody, all that shit is temporary. No matter how many memories you make, how many good times, bad times you share, it's all temporary and it's eventually gonna go. So might as well live in that present moment with those people while you can. And if it's unhealthy for you, then you got to remove yourself. But either way, it's all temporary. So, hoping to spend as many moments I can with those that I value as we all gradually age. Definitely, everyone that I've shown love to, just know that I'm extremely grateful for the moments shared, moments spent, and something to never forget. So thinking about, folks as they get older, it's rough, it's part of life, it's necessary, and just learning to accept that shit. What are your thoughts on Christmas this year? Christmas is a time of reflection because it's the end of the year. What's so weird, like when you're in school, Christmas is like the middle of the year because you think about, the school year and shit like that. But for an actual year, December, that's the last month of the year. And when I look at Christmas, I think about how I'm going to make the most of it, what I'm going to do for those that I value. You know what I'm saying? Like the putting thought into gifts to give to people, putting thought into words that you're going to share through Christmas cards or just, text messages, whatever, letters written. It's just the time, like I said, a time for reflection and showing appreciation. I'm thankful for the many moments created within the year. From start to finish, man, it's been dope. It's been a good time. I have no regrets on anything that has occurred this year. It's made me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at the age where I'm not sitting there waiting under a tree for like gifts and shit. So I mean, if I was a kid now, I'd be waiting for like a PS5 or I was a big game hit. But like for me, Christmas is about spending time with those that you value, watching old ass Christmas cartoons with funny ass commentating about it, of how they tried to trying to program us to believe that this is how Christmas is and shit like that. Watching looking at discrimination from Rudolph. Rudolph was discriminated because he had a red nose. Believing that a fucking snowman could come to life and learn English all in a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like just random shit. Watching cartoon, playing games. My mother likes to do Uno. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. What else? Singing on karaoke, singing period, and seeing the joy in and those that you value's faces, like whenever you're around, and that's great when you can just appreciate that energy. You know what I'm saying? Off, feeding off of each other. But sometimes Christmas also does bring out those, when we start thinking about the shit that we don't have, it keeps us disgruntled and angry and bitter. And we choose to feel that way. Anger is a choice response. So it's, what are we gonna do? We're gonna choose our happiness, or we're gonna choose bitterness. I'm thinking that we gotta lean towards choosing happiness. But mom definitely, my pop, they would definitely put up shit for like Christmas time. So I've learned to put up the tree, put up different shit around the place, put on the stuff on the table, like the tablecloth and things like that, to kind of build that environment for Christmas. Playing Christmas music and back in November, because Christmas music lasts 2 months for me. Fuck what anybody else thinks. 2 months. That's how it goes down. But really, the day, like as soon as Christmas hits, everything turns off. I believe that Christmas is like the build up, like from the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday hits, leading up to me, Christmas is everything up until Christmas Day. When Christmas Day hits, you know what I'm saying, you say Merry Christmas to the people you love, you open your gifts, you know what I'm saying, y'all share smiles. Some of y'all pissed off because somebody didn't put thought into your gifts. And whatever it is, you just go through those moments and figuring out what Christmas dinner is going to be. Like, I'm more prone to focus on Thanksgiving dinner than Christmas dinner. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, obviously I understand why a lot of businesses close and shit like that on Christmas, but I'm not too crazy about it. Like, we pretty much, it's a re-up of what we had at Thanksgiving. Some people, ham. You got your Christmas ham, so ham is there. We had ham at Thanksgiving. I don't know. I think some families, I think I've heard throughout my life, having turkey and shit on Thanksgiving, but ham, definitely got that ham. But Christmas is a time, like I said, a time of reflection. Time to think about those that we've loved and lost in our life, be it to the grave, be it just the differences, be it, growth, whatever, what I'm saying? It's just, whatever your case is. It's been, it's been a journey getting through the year. A lot of us didn't make it. You think about a lot of people that were lost. You think of, like, for me, being from Virginia, thinking about, those that were, killed in that shooting in Chesapeake. And definitely sending condolences to anyone affected by that. In any situation, the Buffalo shooting. All these people who have started the year with us, a lot of people did not make it. And that's something for us to be grateful for. The fact that we are still here, regardless of what's going on, regardless of who you hate, regardless of who you want to fight, regardless of, anything you got going on, you're still here to tell the story. And that's saying a lot. So, gratitude. Christmas to me is really about gratitude. I strive every day to think about gratitude, but definitely Christmas, and trying to be kind. Think about others outside yourself, and see and do your part and what you can in giving back and improving society, whatever it is. But remember to take care of yourself too. Truthfully, that's another thing to do. Like, around Christmas time, is think about the things that you did for yourself. How much better you are in December than you were in January. That's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, what I'm saying? Like, all of those things taken into account, looking back. But Christmas is, if you got the right support system, and Christmas can be amazing. I remember my boys back home, they would always throw like Christmas parties and shit, like the week before Christmas. We had a great time, just sitting there vibing, chilling and shit like that. And then there's times, moving to a new city and being welcomed into, seeing new people and them having like Christmas parties and shit like that. And it's dope just to see people come together. If you have that, because a lot of us don't have that shit, So if you're able to get together with with people that you value, that you love, and have Christmas parties and things like that. Ugly Christmas sweater parties. You know what I'm saying? What's that stupid shit? The elephant thing or whatever. I forget what the fuck it's called. Yeah, something elephant at the job. The Christmas shit where you swap. Where you can swap things. I hate that shit. I remember we used to do that down at Homestead when we used to work together. But Secret Santas, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to show giving, just showing love. And recognizing that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take love. Love. We gotta practice more love and unconditional love. And it takes work. This unconditional love is not for the weak. Learning to do it is a bitch. Having to overlook a lot of things that really not about you, but you think it's about you type thing. Overlooking that and still showing love. Having healthy boundaries, but still showing love. So all in all, I wish everybody like a safe holiday season as we go through December. And remember to be grateful for everything you have so that you can get more. I mean, why else would God and the universe give you more if you're not able to appreciate what you currently have? So it's just something for all of us to take into account. But my thoughts on Christmas: a season of reflection, a season of gratitude, a season of love, period. And make sure you put thoughts into your gifts. If you're gonna get gifts for somebody, put the damn thought into it. You know what I mean? And no, just truthfully, in all seriousness, just enjoy each other. Enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other's time, enjoy each other's energy, feed off of each other. And most importantly, love.